times L pound iomat ed letter 3ca plus or minus pound out of the agrova letter 2b pound at sign turned rate reflects a quarter w agrova iomat omat v3 omat iomat copyright. But this time they seemed to be out of luck because the Coast Guard got a tip off. The drug dealers were planning a record-breaking deal tonight, their last chance. Pound iomat ed letter 3ca a tilde divide by pound at sign turned rate reflects quarter a 3 omat v degrees u omat or not sign pound copyright. Meanwhile, drug dealers on the island seemed to be holding a religious rite. As they prayed for mysterious powers, two followers suddenly lifted the cloth and jumped out with guns. You're right, it's the duo Vale and Martin. But controlling the scene? Not easy for just them. While Vale and Martin were preoccupied, a drug dealer struck, stylishly seizing Martin as others waited their turn. Special forces had to stop, and a dealer finally snapped. Vale shot him, instantly causing total chaos. As both sides enjoyed a true summer bash, the commander saw danger and ordered an attack. Then Vale suddenly noticed. Dealer, poised for action. Vale did a fancy spin and fired. The bullet zipped past like a naughty kitten, narrowly missing Martin's backside. While the bullet hit the dealer, Martin was left with an unexpected sense of refreshment. Moments later, the special forces swooped in and took control of all the dealers. But after a thorough search, they only found 2 small bags of drugs. Clearly, the informant's intel was off base. What a bummer. The priority was treating Martin's rear ASAP. Soon, drug lord Johnny heard the news and was baffled. Alert, he switched to a speedboat named Dick 7, but his men reminded him of next week's shipment. What a hassle. Johnny ordered his crew to swap before the shipment arrived. He didn't want to be left empty-handed in just 10 hours. Otherwise, he'll face trouble. Next day, he heard Haitians plan to attack a dealer. Police acted immediately. Subtitles, they saw a light truck enter the drug dealer's hideout. The girl inside, Lucy, is Martin's sister and a DEA agent. As an undercover, she posed as a money launderer for the boss, packing cash like a pre-silver harvest event. The entire process was watched by the hidden Haitians, and following their leader's signal, they sprang into action. Just as Lucy's car got to the parking lot, they received a warm welcome from the Haitians. The driver got taken out in an instant, and seeing the chaos, the police jumped into action. Vale and Martin sped off in pursuit, sparking a fast and furious street clash. The Haitians fired wildly at Lucy's car, forcing her to accelerate. Ultimately, Lucy crashed into a vehicle at the intersection, and Vale pulled off a slick drift to save his pride. At the crowded intersection, both sides had a fierce showdown, ignoring bullets, a blast from the past. Bullets were blowing cars apart like cashews, and Lucy seized the gap, smashing her way through a car to escape. The Haitians immediately jumped onto a truck, like chasers in a race, speeding after Lucy, and Vale and Martin were hot on their heels in their 900. The Haitians opened full fire on Lucy once again, and the police quickly followed suit. Upon witnessing this, the Haitians quickly retreated, leaving Vale's beloved car in tatters. Martin, seeing this, retaliated but accidentally wrecked the interior. This left Vale infuriated, and the Haitians, unable to shake off their tail, pushed a car off the trailer. Subtitles. The entire bridge descended into a roller coaster-like chaos as the two sides clashed and collided, and then the pair continued their chase. At that point, Lucy had escaped the Haitians and reached the delivery spot. When police found the truck, the Haitians were gone. Shortly after, the two drove to find Lucy, and facing her dangerous mission, Martin bluntly instructed her to pull out. But Lucy knew DA had followed this case for some time, couldn't give up, and hoped they wouldn't intervene. Seeing that his sister wouldn't budge, Martin angrily walked away, leaving Vale to comfort Lucy. Just then, a car appeared out of nowhere and snagged all the cash from Lucy's vehicle. Seeing this, Lucy finally smiled sweetly, mission accomplished. The scene switches to the drug lord's lair, with Johnny inspecting the warehouse. To his horror, he found a bunch of mice gnawing at his cash. Furious, Johnny whipped out his gun and began a clean-up operation. To prevent the mice from clearing the cash before he could move it back to Cuba, Johnny decided to speed things up. Meanwhile, Vale and Martin found an informant aware of the Haitians' robbery plans, so she must know the hideout. However, this informant had been arrogant ever since signing up with the agency, demanding the two do something for her. Talk about frustrating. This annoyed Vale, and he raised his baton to give her a good whack, and suddenly she was all smiles, offering up an address. Those guys were holed up in a pink house 8 blocks away. So they followed the address, but found the house completely empty when they walked inside. While they were searching around, suddenly a gun poked out from behind the door. Vale seized the chance, counterattacked swiftly. Both sides had a mental clash in the small room. The room turned into a war zone in seconds, with the Haitians dropping like flies. Yet Vale and Martin came out unscathed. What good luck! Through a hole in the door, Martin was shooting from the bathroom, not noticing that Vale was hiding right behind the door. Vale tossed in a bottle of Thai chili sauce, shot it, and took up one more dealer instantly. Then he used the reflection to take down the last. Then they burst in and learned from the survivor that Martin's camera held all the information they needed. The two found an electronics store and, with the owner's help, opened the video showing Palm Tree Funeral Home. They were shocked to see a group lifting a coffin, all armed to the teeth. Subtitles, and then there came a series of not quite suitable for viewing scenes. Other than that, there was nothing else, and the two left feeling a bit disappointed, walking into the lounge where they saw Martin looking downcast. Vale asked him what was wrong, and Martin helplessly mentioned that little incident with Vale hitting his. Fortunately, their conversation was caught on camera. It was pure gold. The audience couldn't stop laughing at Vale's predicament. If you enjoyed the storyline, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fun content.